Hey y'all, this is AL Thick Madame. It's Cinnamon Sugar. Let me tell y'all about what's been going on for the last couple of days. Okay? Don't mind me, I'm gonna be eating while I'm talking to y'all. And don't mind my fingers, because I finally took the nails off that I've been trying. Then I cut my nails all the way down too, because it's not like I ain't had no length. I cut everything down. I'm gonna put some more on before I go back to work. Anyway, so my birthday was on Friday, right? Y'all are probably going to get some other videos that are going to give details about what was going on, but just understand that if y'all do, and I've already said these things, just charge it to my head and not my heart. So I'm apologizing in advance. So on my birthday, I had plans of what I wanted to be done that day. I already became aware weeks ago that I was not going to be able to get it how I wanted to get it as far as how my birthday was going to be. I wanted to have a blues or a Southern Soul concert that I was going to attend. And I had been like, for months, I had been thinking, oh, okay, the tickets, whatever, like nothing. Ain't nothing going on here. And I'm like, what's wrong with y'all? Normally, y'all stay having a blues concert or a Southern Soul concert the weekend of my birthday. And this was the perfect year to do that. My birthday fell on a Friday. I told y'all I went to the Calvin Richardson concert on a Friday. So it's not like y'all couldn't do it. What's going on? And I was pissed off because other states had them going on that weekend. And I'm like, but all my life, I don't know how many of y'all are from Montgomery, Alabama like me, but all my life they would have a blues concert the weekend of my birthday. The entirety of my life. The entirety of my life. I am 41 years old now. All my life, y'all have always had a blues concert. Now y'all ain't had nothing. When they finally did have one, y'all, it was on the 2nd of this month. I'm not going to no blues concert. I'm not going to nothing for my birthday at the beginning of the month. Like, no. I'm not finna, it's too far out. I ain't nowhere near 41 yet. Now, if it was a little bit closer, then okay. Like maybe a week before, all right. But the second, I was ooh, y'all, I was so mad. Anyway, so after I finally got over that, because I've actually been trying to get to people who have connections to stuff like that. The one that they were gonna have that weekend, the person canceled it, and I was like, but why though? And I read him and I was like, my entire life is always like, see, y'all, I'm getting upset again. But he was like, yeah, you're right. Because he from around here too. So he was like, yeah, you're right. It has always been something. And I'm like, why y'all randomly, doing nothing for my birthday this year? I don't appreciate that. So anyway, the day before my birthday, I said, I'm thinking about reaching out to my friend that had the recluse spider bite, right? And he's going through therapy and all this other stuff. I was thinking about reaching out to him and saying, hey, what time do you eat breakfast? Don't eat breakfast. I'm going to have Uber Eats to come and deliver something to you. But the whole time it was going to be me. So that was what I initially was going to do. But then I decided against it. My hair wasn't finished and I didn't know when I was going to do it. Y'all, that day I'm pretty sure I had less than 10 locks in my head. And I start from the back. And so wasn't nothing done. And I was like, I don't want to say all that. And then my head ain't done. And yeah, if I would have tried to do something that morning, my hair wouldn't have been done at all. When I finally did leave and do something on my birthday, I woke up and I remembered that I wanted to try those donuts. There's this place I've been hearing about since before I moved back here called DNS, some kind of donut shop, right? I've been hearing that they're the best. So I'm looking like, okay, them people be talking about the line be down the street or some more. I'm looking like, what? For some donuts? Now, I understand Krispy Kreme. I understand that. Especially when they had that, when they free, or almost free and stuff like that. I understand that. But these some random folks. This a mama and daughter team, tag team situation. Are you serious? Is it good like that? Oh, okay. Then they got breakfast sandwiches and tacos and things too. And I was like, oh, okay. Went in there, got everything. If I post the videos, y'all already done seen what I got. I didn't eat nothing but like a few of the glazed donuts that at the time, because it was gonna be my birthday, they had them in the shape of hearts, but they were thick. It was a lot. So I ain't gonna hold you. It was worth the money. Whatever I spent on them, it was worth it. Cause, woo. And a part of the plan was I was gonna take some to my friend. I was gonna take him some also. So it wasn't like I was just gonna be sitting here eating everything, being a hog. So yeah. Anyway. So when I finally decided when I was gonna leave to go and see my friend, somebody else's birthday today. I was like, what is that? I finished my hair. My sister texted me right before I was gonna leave our door. She was like, I got something for you. What time would you be able to meet me? What time, where you think we'd be able to meet? What time be able to meet? I was like, well, it's up to you. You know, I'm off. So, you know, whenever you're available. She was like, well, I should be home no later than 6. I said, all right, that'll work out great for me. Because my plan now was, all right, I'm going to go see my friend. That ain't going to be that long because I don't like how it smells in there. And it's just the slightest anything just be making me want to just, I don't know. I don't know what it is. The slightest anything just be making me want to be like, no. And I don't like being in hospitals. I don't like being in nothing that's remnants, that has a remnants of a hospital. I don't want nothing to do with that. And again, I'm not in the greatest condition. And I already been telling him, I don't know when the next time I'm going to come see you because I ain't where I need to be. Which is true. So I went up there, y'all. Put this down so I can tell y'all what happened. I done went up there. Y'all, I went up there a little bit after 1. And I went in there. I signed in. And this was the one time they didn't say, hey, who are you here to see? Whatever. In my mind, I'm just like, oh, they greeted me and I guess they know who I am finally. And they just like, let's not keep asking who she here to see. And I went on back. His room number been the same since the day he first told me what room he was in. So I'm like, all right. So I'm walking back. I get to his room. I look in the room. Ain't nobody in the room. Now, there are 3 people that are normally in the room with him. It's normally him and 2 other people. Let me put it like that. So I'm looking like, what's going on around here? I'm confused. Keep in mind, this is my birthday. Keep in mind, this man just texted me happy birthday that morning. So I'm like, okay. So I said, I'm confused. So I keep looking up the hall at a man whose back is to me, but he's in a wheelchair. And I'm like, I don't think that's him. Because he was like just out trying to, I guess, enjoy not being in his room. And some people like to do little stuff on their own, little forms of rehab or whatever. So I couldn't tell if it was him. But I'm standing at the nurse's station just looking. And I'm like, I don't think that's him. Let me just stand here and wait till a nurse acknowledges me. So I stood there. About 5 to 7 minutes before a nurse finally acknowledged me. Now keep in mind, all the nurses are right there. Another nurse walked up and she looked in my face. She kept looking at it, and I just be like, I'm not going to say nothing until, somebody addresses me. And so she was like, hey, excuse me, ma'am, is there something I can help you with? I was like, yes. I was wondering, I said, I'm here to see my friend. I said his name. And so I said, he's not in his room. I'm trying to figure out where he is. So her response somewhat concerned me, but not for real. So I was like, okay, why? She said, she said, I know about, I know about the situation, but his nurse is right there, so I'll let her better explain it to you. So I'm looking like, I'm saying to myself, what you mean situation? Okay. And so then his nurse starts talking to me and was like, hey, so this morning I went in there and he was bleeding. I cleaned him up. I cleaned the wound because at first I couldn't tell if they were unclear as to if I was somebody who really had any authority to be there, or if I even knew who he was, or like who I was. Like, I didn't know what they thought. So I was like, well, all I know is, when I was talking to the first nurse, I was like, well, all I know is that he told me that his surgery went well because, he had a reversal. And so she's like, yeah. So everybody, started chiming in like, oh, okay. So the woman, his nurse said that she tried to clean the wound that morning and that she don't know what was going on, but he wouldn't stop bleeding. So my eyes keep getting wider and wider. And so she's kind of trying to reassure me that he's okay in between everything she's saying to me. And I'm looking at her like, girl, what you mean? How he all right if he bleeding? I'm confusion. Why he bleeding? I'm just so confused. So, child, I was just done. I was like, you know what? See, this is why I don't like coming out the house. This is why I don't be want no parts of nothing. It's just too much going on. So anyway, she was like, well, she told me what hospital he was in and everything, y'all. So I was like, oh, okay. I'm not. And I'm not finna go. I'm not finna go to the hospital. I'm just not. I'm tired. Like, it took everything in me to even get up in there. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not going. And I didn't want to go anyway to that hospital. Like, some of these hospitals around here, they just ain't. They ain't it. And so I was just like, I ain't going. I'm not going. And I'm not a hospital girl anyway. I don't be wanting to go to stuff like that. So I felt some type of way. And I'm like, dang, this man been wanting to see me, and I'll finally show up trying to surprise him on Valentine's Day. I had some stuff with me. I had some candy, and I had some of the donuts that I had gotten and all that stuff. So I'm like, dang, he ain't even here. This is crazy. So I felt some type of way. Y'all, I felt some type of way, something terrible. Because I had already told my folks, yeah, I'm finna go see him. Why? Like, I was so, like, in my feelings that I ended up contacting them, sending them video messages, telling them, like, hey, y'all, I'm at the facility right now. Tell me why I went in there to see him. And they talking about he bleeding, and they had to take him to the hospital. So I'm over here looking like, what you talk? I'm really sitting over here looking like, bro, what is you talking about? So I don't even know how to feel. I'm just like, I'm finna go home. I can't. Let me just go to the house. So now I'm really trying to decompress and all this other stuff. So I'm like, all right, my sister want me to come over there later on. Let me go to the house and really get ready for that. So I done went home, y'all. As my luck would have it, again, nothing is going according to plan except me going to get them donuts. That's literally the only thing that went according to plan that day. That was the only thing that went right. Why? I'm getting ready. I have a dress. If I think about it, I will put what the dress looked like that I was going to wear. Keep in mind, this was not the only dress that I purchased. This was just one of the ones I was going to wear on my birthday. Because despite what I was going to do, I wanted to look cute for my birthday. So I'm like, okay, cool. Why? Yeah, my hair, I have all this going on in my head, right? So I'm trying to put my dress on. The dress trying me. And I'm like, I don't be normally having no problems with no dresses. Why I can't put this dress on over my head? You're not finna tell me that the neck part is too small. So I'm just like, what is going on? I really started laughing because I was just like, bruh, Don't tell me I can't fit in this dress some kind of random way. Like, this is ignorant. This ain't making sense. Why I can't put this dress over my head? Y'all, I try to put the dress on. I can't put the dress on to save my life. So then I finally am able to, I done forced it to go over my head, right? The neck part. So now I can't hardly breathe. And I'm looking like, why is this dress doing this? I don't understand. I'm like, yeah, I got a big head and I got all this hair right now. But I don't never have to fight to put no dress on. What is going on, y'all? So now it's time for me to slim the rest of the dress over me. Lies. I couldn't get it down no further than like right here. I couldn't even get it all the way over my stomach. I was like, what is going on? What is going on with this dress? Y'all, I was so mad. I was like, I just about to pull my edges out, trying to put this mug on over my head. Now I got to peel it off of me. So I took it off, and I'm just like, I am done. Like, I'm like, ain't nothing going right. So I'm like, man, let me put some clothes on. So I end up putting on something completely random that I had. And I mean, I'll show y'all a picture of that too. And I mean, it kind of went with the theme of Friday, but it wasn't what I wanted to give. Like, I wanted to give the people some things. Like, I wanted the people to be like, wait, break the neck real quick. And it's crazy because all the other dresses that I have gotten have given people life. And I wasn't trying to get them life. And they fit and they was cute. And you know what I'm saying? The only thing be saving me from looking like a sack of potatoes is that I got some sort of a shape, a little bit, right? So I be looking good to folks. So I was like, oh, let me go and get these people. Like, oh, I mean, in advance, y'all. Months in advance, I bought this and several other dresses with just different patterns on it. Different designs. I'm so done. And then they had deep discounts on them at the time, too. So I was like, okay, then let me load up. Apparently, I'm not going to be able to wear none of them until I done got down into the 200s at this point. Because I'm just like, what is we doing? What is we doing? Oh, I'm going to post a picture if I hadn't already posted it. But I was so through. But yeah, like I said, I'll post a picture of what I eventually wore. But I was done. I was so tired in my spirit. Because why? So I can't wear what I want to wear on my birthday. I wore some of the jewelry that I wanted to wear. I had this cute heart-shaped watch that I wore. Is this it? Here you go. This is what I wore for my birthday. I had a little heart watch. I ain't worn no watch in so long. And I was like, okay, come on, watch. We're going to stop that because I ain't going to wear it for a while. But I was like, okay. I planned stuff like that in advance. So I was just looking like, y'all, I'm talking about I had nails in there. I said, you know what? I had nails to go with the dress too. I said, no, I am done. I was so mad. So anyway, like I said, I'm trying to call these people so I can get my food, my order put in. Because at this point, I haven't eaten since 8:30 that morning. And now it's after 6. I was supposed to meet my sister at 6 or whatever. So I'm calling these people, trying to get them to answer the phone. Ain't nobody answering the phone. Now keep in mind, I have called this place before and placed orders. So I'm not understanding why they ain't answering the phone. I'm not sweating it. I'm like, okay. It's still early. The kitchen don't close until 11. I mean, the kitchen closed at 10:30 and the place closed at 11. It's 6 something. So I said the worst case scenario is going to be when I leave from my sister's house, I'm going to go up there and see what it's hitting for because why y'all ain't answering the phone. So anyway, I get to my sister's place. I'm trying to figure out what in the world she going to give me because my sister is very frugal. She is very stingy with her money. So I wasn't expecting nothing but a happy birthday. And she already had texted me happy birthday. She had texted me happy Valentine's Day. And then a few minutes later texted me happy birthday. That's all I was expecting to get from her. That ain't no slight. It ain't nothing like that. I'm here for my sister being frugal like she is, because she has a home that she is about to gut and do everything she want to do to. And she still has money left over for blueprints and all this other stuff. She still got her blueprints to the house she want to build from the ground up. And that's still a thing that's going to happen when the time is right. So I ain't mad at her being frugal. I ain't mad at her keeping her money to herself. I'm the one who normally come up off of money, right? So again, I ain't mad at it. So I done went over to her house, y'all. Before I got out of the car, I called the people again. Ain't nobody answering the phone. And I'm looking like, the phone don't never be off the hook or go straight to a voicemail or have a busy signal. So I'm looking like, what is going on? So anyway, I finally went in the house. And I told her the reason why I was late, which was me constantly on the phone trying to get these people to answer the phone. Because why you ain't answering the phone, baby? I get in there. She give me a card. That card is so my sister. And I cannot. I'll show that to y'all too. So then she was like, oh, here go the second part of your gift. I'm looking like, huh? So I see the box. And so I was like, let me record this just in case. Because I don't know what's going on here. I don't know why it didn't dawn on me what it was. So she told me, she said, pull this. I start pulling this thing, and it ends up being this box that has money in it. And you can pull it, and whatever. So it had $41 in it, which is big for my sister. Because like I keep telling y'all, she is very frugal. She don't play by her money. She'll be coming up off of no money. So I was just like, oh, okay. And so when it finally ended, I told her thank you and told her to give me a hug. We had a big hug. We ended up talking for like 30, 45 minutes. And then I ended the conversation because I was like, let me go see what these folks got going on, because they ain't answering the phone. Because I kept calling them while I was there in the middle of having conversations with my sister. Because why y'all ain't answering the phone, though? Why? So anyway, like, it's pissing me off. Why you not answering the phone? I understand it's Valentine's Day. But money can still be being made. I am picking my food up. I'm not coming to sit in the establishment. I don't ever really want to go in there and sit and eat my food. I've gone in there and picked my food up, and that was it. So I go over there because they ain't answering the phone. Because I'm like, I don't know what they got going on. I was about to get out the car. Now keep in mind, it's cold. I was hoping my birthday wasn't going to be cold, but it was cold. It was cold that morning when I left to went out. Of course, now that the temperature dropped because it's dark outside, it's even colder. So I'm like, dang. I done put my coat on. I'm looking all around me. I see a group of people get out of a vehicle. So I'm like, okay. I'm still gathering myself. I do things to get myself together before I get out the car. I see all of them come back to the car. I was like, oh. These people ain't seeing nobody. Because I'm like, I'm trying to get myself to go. Like, what y'all doing? I was like, you know what? Okay. Child, I ended up going somewhere getting a chicken tender meal from a place I'd never been to that I heard they basically had like the best chicken tenders here and all that. And I was so mad because I'm like, I'm eating this on my birthday. This is what I'm eating on my birthday. I was so mad. So why the next day, I said, oh, okay, when they open, let me see what it's hitting for. I went and got some gas. And after I got some gas, I said, they'll be open by the time I get this gas. A minute after they opened, I called them and they answered the phone just fine and took my order. I was like, this is what y'all do? Y'all just ain't answering phone calls. Oh, okay. But y'all answered today, though, like y'all normally would. I was so mad, y'all. But I was like, I want my birthday dinner. That was the only reason why I patronized them the next day. Because I wanted what I said I wanted for my birthday, to eat. So that's what I ate for lunch / dinner. I was so mad. So what day was that? So a couple of days ago, was it Sunday? It might have been Sunday. We had storms and stuff to come through here. I sleep like I'm pregnant, right? I'm in here asleep. I get up waking out of my sleep at like 2 something in the morning. And I'm talking about the wind is blowing really, really hard. The rain is coming down hard, like it's a lot. And it was to the point where it had me thinking that a tornado was outside of the window going across the yard and the driveway. Like, that's how bad it was. Like, it probably did. Ain't no telling. Like, it was bad. But the whole time, I kept saying, Lord, I hope don't no tree limb come down. Because I told y'all them dummies that came here and they had been cutting the tree limbs, left several tree limbs in a tree that had been viable. And it just, I mean, as certain storms come through here, they knock them down and they end up being in the middle of the driveway. I'm trying to go to work and in the middle of the driveway. Well, at first I was going to go out there while it was going on to see if it was what I'm imagining is really going on. But then I said, nah, let me sit here and try to go back to sleep. So I finally went back to sleep. So 2, 3, maybe 4 hours at the most later, I wake up. It's still dark outside. So whatever time I got up, it was before the sun started coming up or, it became daybreak. I went outside. I said, let me record. And I'll probably show y'all that too. I went out there trying to see what's going on. Y'all, the biggest tree limb that did fall was very close to literally hitting that window that's behind me. This window that's over here. That window, right? Like, it was close. And in the video and photos that I have, you can't tell, and I'm pissed off just thinking about it. I reached out to a yard man. He ain't said nothing. He has been here and cut the grass. And I reached out to him. I think this was Saturday. The day after. So Sunday, I reached out to him and asked him, would he be able to come and get up leaves and either cut up the tree limbs and put them by the trash so that the people can pick them up? Because if all that stuff is out there, they will come and pick it up if it's 4 feet or less. Or take it with him. Because he's done that before. Man ain't said nothing. So I'm looking like, oh. Let me go ahead and delete you on my phone and block you just in case you want to say something after the fact. Because now you want some money and need some money. I ain't got time for it. Like, he literally is supposed to be a professional lawn business. He gave me his card, all this stuff. My cousin had the card and said, hey, reach out to him. I said, okay. And I'm trying to give you business. Like, I don't understand. Anyway, ain't said nothing. But yeah. So when I went out there, I was like, I knew it. I knew something because I could just tell something was going on, but I didn't know if the limbs had fallen. And thank God that I have a carport because all the limbs fell right before the carport begins. Like right, okay, here go the whole carport. And the car right up under there. My car probably like right here. Here go the end of the carport that's at the front of it. The tree limbs started falling right there. That's why I don't be wanting nobody to be in my house. I was supposed to have company over. Their vehicle might have gotten tapped. Something could have happened to somebody's vehicle. I don't want to park. My thing is I should be able to park in the driveway if I want to. Now, obviously, because I have a carport, if I know it's going to rain, snow, and all that other stuff, I can keep it up under there. But I should be able to have it to park where I want to park. But yeah, I was supposed to have company. I might have had company that night. Or coming early that morning, and the vehicle would have been there, and it could have got hit. Because of dummies who don't know how to do their job and remove stuff. Like, who sits up there and cuts tree limbs and leaves the tree limbs in a whole nother tree? Just dangling. I could have been killed. I'm talking about the tree limbs were heavy. The majority of the tree limbs were very heavy. The biggest one, it didn't, like I said, in the videos and the pictures that I have, they don't look that big, but they actually are huge. So yeah, that's something that happened. So I drug all of them out. And I swept all of the stuff out of the way because I'm like, I'm not trying to have to deal with this later on, because I had errands to run before everything pops off with me not having my vehicle. So I'm like, I got stuff I got to do, because I'm not calling nobody to come take me nowhere. I'm not, I shouldn't need nobody to do nothing. I shouldn't have to go nowhere. So I just wanted everything to be done. Anyway, but yeah. Now I'm just looking crazy here at the house with no vehicle. When my daddy dropped me off, because my daddy met me at the shop, the guy told me again how much it was gonna cost. I already know. I said, look, my daddy asked him, hey, do you want her to give you the money now? And that man started laughing, and he was like, no, because I ain't gonna feel like I did nothing if she give me the money now. So I was like, I know that's right. So he took my car, and of course, my daddy was doing the most. I could have been back to the house. My daddy, he just had the car running, because it was freezing. He had the car running. I'm sitting in the car waiting on him. I'm scrolling, looking at stuff, laughing at stuff, like I would do if I was at the house. But I'm just waiting on him so he could take me home. And so he was like, he kept coming to the car, asking was I all right, if I needed the heat on, off, or whatever. I said, no, I'm good. So he helping do little stuff at the shop. Yeah, I keep telling people, just like I told the owner of that shop, I said, I'm not mad at it, because my daddy is in his early 70s. And there are people who are like my father, who they have a passion for certain things, and it's certain things that's literally what they were born to do. And as soon as they stop doing what they love, that's when they die. They don't make it. They can't survive. And I feel like if my daddy ever stopped, that's when he gonna die. And that man said, yeah, I think that man like 2 years older than my daddy. And so he was like, yeah, I feel the same way. I feel like if I ever stop this, that I ain't gonna make it. And that's why I keep doing this. I said, okay, as long as he's still good at his job, I don't care. Shoot, and that was an amazing price I'm getting this done for too, baby. Woo! Y'all, I'm so happy. Oh, I can't wait. I ain't even see that. Look, and then before we left, I asked my dad, I said, oh, is he working on it? He was like, yeah. He had took your car back there. He already was working on it. So the longest part of the process is just letting stuff dry. So I'm pretty sure he's done with everything, except he might actually be putting the paint back on the vehicle, on the parts that got damaged, because he didn't. It takes nothing to like buff everything out and to pull out the little part that got dented in or whatever, right? So yeah, the longest part of it is the painting and drying. Really, it's the drying process. So I'm excited about that. But when my daddy dropped me off, I already had plans on what I was gonna do. So I was like, yeah, let me put this dresser together. I had a dresser / TV stand that I was gonna put together for my bedroom, because I'm finally trying to set everything up so I can actually go to bed instead of just falling asleep up here. Like, ever since I was in Virginia and all that stuff went down, I'm just so used to just fall asleep on the couch. I don't even think about a bed. So I'm just trying to build that up so I could put my TV on there and finally put my TV box somewhere. Because it's like, ugh. Once I do that, then I'll put the bed frame and all that stuff together, which that ain't gonna take no time. But this little thing that I had, it's time consuming. I'm usually really good and pretty fast when it comes to putting stuff together. I think I spent an hour and a half on that dang thing so far. I ain't even done. I got the drawers and stuff right next to me. The where I gotta put the handles together on there. So yeah. While I'm sitting here watching something, I'm gonna figure out what I gotta do to do that. So at least that can be already done. And then there's like, I don't know what else that need to be done after that. But I have the very top where the weight of the TV would have to be on. I have to screw that down. I already put that together. I just have to screw it on to the rest of it. So I think that's it after that, and then I'll be done. So it shouldn't take me no more than 30 minutes to an hour, if that, to fully completed again. But this is the longest it's taken me to put anything together. I'm just like, Lord. And people were talking about, oh, it took me 3 hours, but I'm looking like, what are y'all wilding? Because some people really aren't good with stuff like that, but I'm usually really good. So yeah. After I'm done doing that, I might put the bed together. After I'm done doing that, because I don't know what I'm gonna do today, because that's what happened yesterday. Okay, so yesterday when I got home, I went in there and I started putting that together, and I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that, and I was kind of stopped in my tracks, so my back got to hurt, and I was like, what in the world? Not realizing it's because my period finna come on finally. My period tried me. Now it's trying to be back on schedule. And I'm like, baby, you ain't been on schedule for the last 2 months. I don't know what for, but okay. And normally you come on the 18th, but you've been coming on early. And now you came on the 17th around 7:45 p.m. Like you pretty much on schedule. Why are you trying to be on schedule now, girl? Go somewhere and sit down. Cause I mean, it be trying me sometimes to the point where it be making me think, oh, well, is it all for good at this point? Cause why are you doing all of this? So yeah, I don't know. It tried me. I was just like, girl, why? I have a lot of clothes I need to go through because I went through a phase where I was retail therapy galore going on. A lot of stuff that I don't need, stuff that I will never use that I'm going to either throw away or donate. So the majority of that stuff is going to have to go. I'm hoping I can get through it before I leave out. I'm going to the pop-up. My order has already been packed and all I got to do is pick it up. It was packed and ready for me to pick up the same day that I ordered it. The order was put in on the 16th. That's when the sale happened, and I'm going to go get it. So yeah, I'm gonna go get it. That's gonna be the end of my birthday gifts. My dad actually is gonna be going with me. I'm actually shocked. I'm going to Louisiana. I'm driving to Louisiana to get my stuff and all that good stuff. So yeah. So wish me safe travels and all of that. My flowers that I got for myself are still holding up quite well. I actually have been remembering to put water in them this time because when I bought some a couple of weeks prior to my birthday, I forgot. I was on it at first, and then I completely forgot. By the time I looked over there, it was over with. It was over with for the flowers. I don't know what be going on. I be forgetting. I don't be trying to, but them flowers was cute. So, yeah. If I'm forgetting something, I'll let y'all know in another video. But thank y'all for tuning in. Have an amazing week, and I will see y'all later. Bye.